You know that feeling? You are deep into a Metroidvania, hours in. You've explored maybe 60% of the map, and you find a door, a weird door, one you clearly can't open yet. So you drop a marker, a little flag icon, or maybe you just try to remember it. You move on, you get a new ability 2 hours later, and now you are staring at your map, covered in identical little flags, thinking, which one was the door? Was it this room or that room? Yeah, that is the memory tax, and almost every Metroidvania makes you pay it, until Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown came along and just fixed it. Let's go back to where this all started. Classic Metroidvanias like Super Metroid or Hollow Knight are absolutely brilliant games, but they were designed with one every unmarked door, every ledge you couldn't reach, every path blocked by an ability you didn't have yet. All of it goes into your mental storage. You are basically building a second map inside your head. And the worst part, you'd go back to a room after fighting 3 bosses and unlocking a new dash only to realize, oh, this wasn't the right door, I still need something else. That moment right there, that is player burnout. Not because the game is hard, but because you wasted your time on a dead end you should have been able to avoid. Now, some games try to fix this with custom stamps or colored pens, but a blue diamond on a map doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you why you marked that spot. And on the other end of the spectrum, modern open world games just hold your hand completely. Waypoints everywhere, quest markers, the map does all the thinking for you. But that is not exploration anymore. That is just following a checklist. So the genre was stuck in the middle. Either you do all the mental work yourself, or the game strips away all the mystery and does it for you. That gap needed a bridge, and nobody expected Ubisoft to be the ones to build it. The Eye of the Wanderer. It's a mechanic in the Lost Crown that does something so simple you'll wonder why nobody did it before. When you find something you can't access yet, a locked door, an unreachable ledge, a mysterious glowing object, you open your map, activate the Eye of the Wanderer, and take a screenshot, a literal screenshot of what you are looking at, and it pins that image directly onto your map. That is it. That is the whole thing, but the impact, massive. Now when you come back hours later, you don't see a generic flag, you see exactly what was in that room, you see the door, the obstacle, the thing you couldn't reach. Your brain doesn't have to remember anything because your past self already left you a photo. Think about what this does to the way you play. Before this, you'd be in the menus, staring at your map, trying to decode your own shorthand. Now you are in the world, in the action, fully immersed because the one thing pulling you out of the game just got removed. And the interface is fast. It doesn't feel like a feature that was bolted on. It feels built into the bones of the game. You snap, you close, you move on. The flow state stays intact. This is the shift from where was that room to I know exactly what is behind that room. Now I know what someone's thinking. Doesn't this make the game too easy? Isn't part of the challenge remembering where things are? Respectfully, no. And here is why. The joy of a Metroidvania is not remembering things. The joy is that moment when you unlock a new ability and suddenly half the map opens up to you. That click of realization, that rush of progress. The Eye of the Wanderer doesn't skip that feeling, it protects it. Because now when you get that new ability and run back to the door you photographed and it opens, it is pure satisfaction, no confusion, no second guessing, just reward. Compare that to open world map towers that mark everything for you before you've even been there. That's not discovery, that's a spoiler. The Lost Crown system is the opposite. You decide what is worth remembering. You create your own adventure log through your own screenshots. It's not hand-holding, it's agency, and there is a huge difference. Here is the bigger picture. When you remove the memory tax, when you free up that mental space players were spending on where was that room, something cool happens. They can actually think about the game, about the platforming, about the combat, about the world. And that frees up the designers too. Ubisoft could build more complex, more non-linear paths in the Lost Crown because they knew players had a safety net that didn't feel like a safety net. The levels could be trickier, the secrets could be better hidden because getting lost was no longer a punishing dead end, it was just part of the journey. And the genre is already catching on. Recent indie releases in 2026 have started experimenting with their own versions of visual memory systems, letting players flag environments in ways that feel personal rather than generic. The best accessibility features don't make games easier, they make games fairer. They give you tools that match what your brain actually needs instead of testing your short-term memory like some kind of pop quiz. The Eye of the Wanderer is exactly that. It didn't simplify Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, it just got out of the way and let you actually play it. If you have never played The Lost Crown, this is your sign. And if you have, drop in the comments. Did The Eye of the Wanderer change how you explored, or did you ignore it completely? I am Dan, this is Dan 2D Review, and we are back. Hit subscribe if you are into 2D games, Metroidvanias, and the kind of videos that actually talk about why games feel good, not just whether they are worth buying. I'll see you in the next one.